Okay, assalamu alaikum guys. Once more, this is your brother Abdi Muhammad Nur, who will be taking for you trigonometric, this time trigonometric tree, okay? This time what? Trigonometric tree. So that is the form 4 concept, okay? Trigonometric tree is the form 4 concept. Here is where we are required to stress much, okay? And it is very, very examinable, of course, if you are the word form 4, okay? Though it is also very easy the moment you understand. Here, remember in form 3 we said that when this is the Cartesian plane, we said here we have A, we have S, we have T, and we have C. It means all students take chemistry, okay? So here all ratios in the first quadrant, that is tan, cosine, and sine, are positive, okay? In this quadrant, okay? But the moment it goes to the second quadrant, that will here will be having sine, which will only be positive, meaning cos and tan of any value in the second quadrant is what? It's negative. Just understand that. Then in the third quadrant, because we named them in anti-clockwise direction. Don't forget, right from format. We said we named the 4 quadrants. You're going to name them in anti-clockwise direction, yeah, not clockwise. So this is the first quadrant, second quadrant, third quadrant, then fourth quadrant. So in the first quadrant, all ratios are positive. That means what? Tan value, cos value, and sine value of any angle less than 90 degrees is what? Is positive. So in the second quadrant, sine is only positive, which means the cos or the tan of any value greater than 90 degrees, which goes into the second quadrant, will be negative. Then here, tan will only be positive, meaning sine and cos are negative. Then here, cos will only be positive, okay? Cos value of that angle will only be positive. Just understand, okay? I will use this concept, okay, to solve problems here. Let's go to example 1. We have our example 1 here, okay? You are told, find the values of theta between 0 degree and 360 degrees. So this is what we normally call the range, okay? This is the range you're going to use, okay? That satisfy the equation sine 2 theta is equal to minus 0.5, okay? So now, the first thing you're going to consider is coming to the solution. This is how we can write this thing, yeah? Sine 2 theta is equal to minus 0.5, and this is the range. 0 degrees less or equal to, or is less or equal to, sorry, 0 degrees less or equal to x less or equal to what? 360 degrees. We can write it like this, okay? Just understand, okay? Make sure you take your time, yeah? Take your time. So look here, we know that, forget this one, we'll come for it later on. We know that up to this point, for this equation, sine is negative. Sine value here is what? It's negative, okay? So, bearing that one in mind, we are going to say sine 2 theta is equal to, get for me the angle representing 0.5, forgetting the nature of this one. So you're going to say shift sine 0.5, okay? 0.5, that will give me what? 30. So this will be 30. But remember, we say the sine will only be negative in the third and fourth quadrant, okay? In the third and fourth quadrant. But in the first and second quadrants, sine is positive, because here all of them are positive. Sine, cosine, and tangent. Again, in the second quadrant, we have S here. It means what? Sine is also positive. So our solution will only be found where? In the second and third quadrants. So let me write this one C here, and this one T. So this will be the angle, most probably. These are the angles we are going to discuss about, okay? So it's very easy. So when we want to work on the third quadrant, you know what you're going to say? We will say, this is the case, look here. 2 theta is equal to 180 degree plus 30 degree. Ask me why I'm saying 180 plus that. Remember, from here to this point is a semicircle. That means it's 180 degree. So for this angle to go into the third quadrant, we will add that value to 180. Okay? We cannot subtract it because we'll come back to the second quadrant, which is positive. Where sine is positive. Sorry? We will come back to the second quadrant. If we subtract 108 or that from 180, we will come back to the second quadrant where sine value is positive. Remember, we are considering this one where sine is negative. Just understand that. Trigonometric is very easy. Take your time. So first confirm where sine is negative. Sine is negative in the third and fourth quadrant. Is it? So this is where we are going to work on. So we want to stay in those two quadrants, yeah? We cannot go out of them. If we go out of them, then we are not obeying the law. Just understand that. So for me to go into the third quadrant, I will add 180 degrees from the first quadrant to the second, to the last point of the second quadrant, plus that value will give me what? 210. Okay, so I'll say, look here, 2 theta is equal to 210 over 2 over 2, cancel. So theta is equal to 105. Okay, that's the first answer. Take your time. Again, when the range is what? 0 is lesser or equal to, x is lesser or equal to 360. Friends, you can get more than 2 answers. Okay, just understand that. I can even give you 4 answers here. Look here. Then I will go to the fourth quadrant. You see? For me to stay here, do you know what I'm going to do? I will subtract 360. I'll say like this, look here. I'll say, also, look here. 2 theta is equal to 360 degree minus 30. Because I want to stay here in this quadrant, I will subtract. You know, this is a complete. Okay, the complete of 4 quadrants, yeah? So it's 360 degree less 30. So I don't want to go out. Because if I go to the, again, if I start from here and go to this quadrant, first quadrant, I'll go to the positive side. So I want to stay within the fourth quadrant. So I'll say 2 theta therefore is equal to 360 degree minus what? Sorry, minus 30. That is 330, okay? So all over 2, cancel again. Theta is equal to 165 degree. So you can leave your answer these two. Or you can even go ahead. Do you know when you want to go ahead, what are you going to do? This 360 degrees, is it? Yes. So you're going to say plus 210. You can also say that. Because, look here. We are at this point. A complete what? We have done a complete what? Rotation, okay, which is 360 degree. Yeah? Then, for us to come here, we will add 90 plus 90, 180, plus this 30, 210. So we can also say still, possible answer, another possible answer, 2 theta is equal to 360 plus 210. 360 plus 210. 90 plus 90 plus 30. I want to come to this where sine is negative, yeah, don't forget. So it will be 2 theta therefore is equal to 570, okay, degree. All over 2, cancel. So get your calculator. Okay, get your calculator. So you're going to say 570 divided by 2. It will give us what? 285. So theta is equal to 285 degree. Okay. Also, remember we are at this point, yeah? A complete plus 210. Then you can say 2 completes, yeah? 2 complete rotation, that will be 360. Less that now. Also, you can say also 2 theta is equal to 720 minus that degree. Do you know where I'm getting this 720? A complete 360, another complete 360. Just understand that. So this will give me what? 2 theta is equal to 690. Okay? Over 2, cancel. Theta is equal to 690 divided by 2. Okay? That is 345 degree. So these are the possible values for this. Yeah? Guys, just understand. We are considering these two. This one, the range, and this one. Okay? Then we'll see where it's going to fall. Yeah? Just understand that. Take your time, yeah, if you're in Form 4. Then I will go to the next example. I will give you more examples so you understand better. Okay? Let's go. This is part 1 here. We have also part 2 where we're going to solve quadratic trigonometric equations that will go into quadratic, yeah? Just understand. But I understand the first part so that you'll have enough time to understand also the second part, okay? Now let's go and see the second part. Let's go and see the second part here. Make sure you do a lot of revisions, yeah? This is very easy, but you must understand, yeah? Just understand that. Okay? Solve. You are told, this is example 2. You are told, solve for x. Solve for x. Okay, we have 4 sine, open the bracket, x plus 20. Look here, x plus 20 is equal to what? 3. Is equal to 3. Just understand this. Then what else were you given? You are told for 0 degree is less or equal to x is less or equal to 360 degree. Remember we work. But now the question here is, look at this question now. This is where you are required to understand, yeah? Forget this range. Let me go there. I'll say 4 sine, open the bracket, x plus 20 is equal to 3. The first thing we are going to do is we are going to eliminate this coefficient. All of 4, cancel. So I will have sine into x plus 20 is equal to 0.75. Let me get the calculator. 3 divided by 4 is 0.75. Okay? Then I will say sine inverse of this one. Shift sine 0.75. Okay? That is 48.59. Yeah? So I will have sine into x plus 20 is equal to 48.59. Yeah? Okay, I will come to my quadrants, yeah? Look at this point. Remember, sine is what? Sine is positive again. Sine is positive. So let me get this one. A, S, T, C. So sine is positive only in the first quadrant and second quadrant. So you cannot go beyond that. It's very easy. Because sine value was positive. Okay? Despite the fact that when we eliminated the coefficient which is 4, we have gotten what? 0.75. But remember 0.75 is a positive, okay? And sine is positive only in the first quadrant and second quadrant, okay? Just understand. So one time, you know what you're going to say? One time you're going to say, look here, x plus 20 is equal to, forgetting what? Forgetting this one, yeah? Okay? Is equal to what? 48.59. So get x value. X is equal to 48.59 minus 20. So x therefore is equal to 28.59 degree. That is the final answer. No, sorry, that's not the final answer. That's one possible answer. Yeah? So we will not go out of these two. I will go to the second quadrant. Then remember, up to this, look here, up to this point is 108. So I cannot go. So I cannot say plus this one. I have to subtract, yeah? Because if I add, it will go into the third quadrant. Just understand that. So I will be working, you see now, in the first quadrant and second quadrant. So if I go beyond this, I've gone to the third quadrant where sign is what? It's negative, guys. Okay? So I will work on this quadrant now. That will be 108. So for me not to go out not to go out from the second quadrant, what I will do is I will subtract. Just understand, yeah? I will subtract. I will say like this. Also, look here. Also, take this one. You're going to say sine x plus 20 is equal to 108 degree minus what? Minus this one. Because if I add, it will go into the third quadrant. It will be more than 108 degrees. So in the third quadrant, sine is negative, brother. We are dealing with a situation where sine value is positive. Understand that? We say trigonometric form 4 is very high. It's very cheap. Cheaper than even the one of form 2. Okay, so we are going to say x plus 20 is equal to, subtract these two, 180 less what? 180 minus 48.59, 48.59. So that will give me what? 131.41. Take this one to the other side. X is equal to 131 minus 20. So x, sorry, 131.41 minus 20. So x therefore is equal to 111.41 degree. This is another possible answer for your information, guys. Okay, I will add one more example, okay, so that in our next class we will continue from there. Don't worry, guys. Your friend Abdi Mahamanur will help you. Don't worry about that, yeah? Just understand. Let me add the last example so that you understand better this thing. Okay? Let me add the last example here. So in our next video, you're going to see trigonometric equations that will go into quadratic plus some of this concept, so that you are completely well versed with this concept of mathematics. Okay? Let's see the last one. Let's see what the last one. Okay? We have look here. Solve for theta in the equation. Solve for theta in the equation. This is what we are told. This is example 3. Okay? Let's take our time. This is what you are having. You're told. Look at this one. You're told sine 2 theta minus 10, close the bracket, is equal to negative 0.5. You see now sine is negative. So you know where to go. Okay? For theta is less or equal to x is less or equal to 360. Okay? So let me get again. I know that sine inverse of 0.5 is that, is it? So this is what you're going to say. Look here. Let me get shift sine 0.5 is what? That. So I'll say solution. Coming to the solution, I'll say sine 2 theta minus 10 is equal to that. Remember, when you do your quadrants, this is A, S, T, C. So sine is negative in the third and fourth again. So what are we going to do now? Okay, this is what we're going to do. Sine is negative in the third and fourth. So for us to go to the third quadrant, we are going to add 180 to this one. So we're going to say 2 theta, look here, minus 10 is equal to 180 plus 30. So it will be 2 theta is equal to, 2 theta minus 10 is equal to 210, because we have to add, we have to enter the third quadrant, because sine is negative in the third and fourth quadrant. So for us to go into the third quadrant, 180 plus that value, so it will be 2 theta is equal to 210 plus 10, yeah? So 2 theta therefore is equal to 200 change over 2 cancel. Theta therefore, theta is equal to 110 degree. Do you know why I'm adding? Because I want to go into the third quadrant. This 90 plus 90, 180 plus that 30. Because sine is only negative in the third and fourth quadrant. Also, I'm going to say, look here, 2 theta, look here, 2 theta minus 10 is equal to 360 degree minus what? That I will subtract for me to stay here in the fourth quadrant. This is a complete 360 minus that. So it will be 2 theta therefore is equal to 2 theta minus 10 is equal to 330. So take this one to the other side. 2 theta therefore is equal to 330 plus 10. So 2 theta is equal to 340 over 2 over 2. Cancel. Theta therefore is equal to 170 degree. Okay? Those are the 2 possible values for your information, guys. In our next class code reading, we will also discuss the part B of this one, which is more examples concerning about this one, as well as trigonometric equations that we get into quadratic, okay, and we'll solve them. God willing, make sure you go through this here. Make sure you watch these videos and share with your family members and friends wherever they are, whether they are in USA, Canada, Australia, Sweden, wherever they are. Maybe they are suffering, okay, they are suffering and have got problem with the mathematics, okay. Their friends who are now in Africa will help them, okay. The one is a village these days. Make sure you send this, you share via WhatsApp, okay, via via WhatsApp, via your messenger, via your Facebook, okay, any kind of social media, okay. It will help your players who are suffering at school level. Otherwise, I wish you the best, okay.